Assalamualaikum. Welcome to my last video for chapter 2 part 3 molecular absorption spectroscopy theory, instrumentation and application. So in this video I will explain about quantitative analysis. The fundamental law on absorption method are based on Beer-Lambert law. So there are two types of method, which is the calibration curve method and standard addition method. So how to measure the absorbance? First, you must always attempt to work at the wavelength of the maximum absorbance, which is a maximum wavelength or lambda max. This is the point where it has the maximum response due to better sensitivity and lower detection limits. And you will also have reduced error in your measurement when analyze the sample and standard at maximum wavelength or lambda max. Measuring absorbance. If we have a small variation of wavelength during our measurement, there can be a large difference in response if we are not at the maximum wavelength or lambda max. Calibration curve method. A general method of determining the concentration of a substance in an unknown sample by comparing the unknown to a set of standard solution of known concentration. So, kaedah ini adalah dengan kita compare unknown sample dan juga a standard solution of known concentration. Yang kita tahu dia punya kepekatan. So, how to measure the concentration of unknown? Okay, macam mana nak tahu kepekatan unknown? First, you need to measure the absorbance of your unknown. Okay, you need to measure the absorbance of your unknown, and then after you got the value of absorbance, you can just read the corresponding concentration from the graph. Okay, so from the graph, okay, you get your absorbance of unknown. So you will get the value of concentration or the content, the amount of unknown. So how to produce a standard calibration curve? First, you need to prepare a series of standard solution with known concentration. Then you need to measure the absorbance of the standard solution. Number 3, you need to plot the graph absorbance versus concentration of the standard solution. And find the best straight line by using least square method. So this is the least square method. Okay, saya akan explain macam mana kamu nak guna kaedah least square method. First, you got the data of concentration and absorbance. So data ni kamu boleh dapat, okay, by doing the analysis kamu akan dapat data concentration dan juga absorbance. So from this data, okay, kamu dapat lihat ada 5 data. Okay, 5 data. So 5 data adalah mewakili simbol nilai N. Okay, so next, from these two set of data, kamu akan create another 2 data. Okay, kamu akan create another 2 data, which is X kuasa 2 dan juga X darab dengan Y. Okay, so kamu akan guna 5 tadi juga. Okay, and then the last one adalah kamu perlu dapatkan the sum of, okay, the total value for X. Okay, the total value for X, and then dapatkan total value for Y, and then total value for X kuasa 2, dan the last one is the total value, the sum of X, Y. Okay, so kamu akan dapat data seperti gambar rajah ini, okay, di mana dapat diperhatikan 5 kuasa 2 adalah 25 dan seterusnya, dan ada the sum of every variable. Okay, so Hasil keseluruhan, the sum of every variable, kamu akan gunakan untuk calculation. So, kamu akan refer kepada equation y sama dengan mx plus c. So, kamu perlu cari, okay, you need to calculate, you need to find the value or the slope value and the intercept. So, slope adalah kecerunan graf, okay, dan dia adalah linear graph, dan intercept adalah pintasan y. So, the formula to calculate the slope adalah m sama dengan n. So, n adalah bilangan data. So, from the slide before, kita dah measure, dia punya nilai n adalah 5. And the sum of x darab dengan y, so kamu dah dapat from the table before, minus dengan jumlah the sum of value for x darab dengan the sum of value for y. Bahagi dengan dia punya nilai data sama juga 5 darab dengan the sum of x kuasa 2 dapat daripada jadual sebelum tadi, tolak dengan the sum of x, dia punya total value for x, kemudian kuasa 2 kan. So, kamu akan dapat dia punya nilai for slope. Next is for intercept or persilangan paksi y. So, for intercept, you need to use the formula c equal to the total or the sum of value for y. So, you got from the data before, minus m. So, m is the slope. Okay, m is the slope value. So, kamu akan dapatkan nilai slope dahulu. Kemudian kamu akan masukkan dalam equation for measure the value for intercept. So, m darab dengan the sum of x, hasil tambah atau jumlah keseluruhan nilai x bahagi dengan n. So, n adalah sama sahaja, iaitu 5. So, after you put in equation, so you result the data value. Slope equal to slope equal to 0.04416, and for intercept, the value adalah minus 0.0182. And then, kamu akan masukkan semula nilai slope and nilai intercept to equation y equal to mx plus c. So, kamu akan dapat y sama dengan 0.04416x tolak 0.0182. So, apa kegunaan equation ini? So, from this equation, you can calculate the new y values by substituting the x value. So, kamu akan refer balik nilai x yang asal. So, kamu akan calculate, kamu akan masukkan dalam the new equation to get the new y value. So, this is the new y value. So, from this x and y value, you can create a new graph. So, this is the graph yang dinamakan sebagai least square method. Most linear regression implementation have an option to force the line to the origin, which means forcing the intercept of the line to the point 0, 0. This might seem reasonable since a sample with no detectable concentration should produce no response in a detector, but must be used with care. However, forcing the plot through 0, 0 is not always recommended since the Morse curve are run well above the instrumental limit of detection or LOD. Randomly adding a point 0, 0 can skew the curve because the instrument response near the LOD or limit of detection is not predictable and is rarely linear. So that's all for chapter 2 part 3. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.